All right, this is a mock or play test match, the very first of its kind. So let's go ahead and get started. The way we're going to start the game is, first things first, we need a dice or a die. Each opponent or each player will have a whiteboard like this. Okay. The whiteboard will come with a marker and also an eraser. So these whiteboards are what you will be using to keep the stats of each of your monsters while you're playing the game. And so you can keep track of if there's any buffs, if there's any status effects on your monsters, and stuff like that. So this will be like your calculator for each of your playable monsters out on the field. So that'll be a very important piece of equipment for this game. Okay, so first things first, I'm going to be playing against myself, so it is what it is. So how to start the game? We need to roll dice. Each person rolls the dice. So in this case, I'm going to roll 2 dice, and whichever dice has the highest number, that person gets to go first. Okay, so I've got my 2 decks. I'm going to do this dice over here for this deck. So that deck got a 3, and this one got a 6. So this deck will be going first, and then that one will be going second. So I'm going to put out, first things first, putting out your playable monster cards, or playable cards. So for this deck, we've got a Beastmono, a Beemona, and a Beemono. Those are the playable cards for that deck. And this deck over here, we have got an Esquelomago, we've got a Boomono, and we've got a Limono. Okay, those are the playable cards for the other deck. So, okay, let's kind of go through the rules and then we'll play at the same time. So we already rolled to see who goes first, which will be this deck right here. After that, each player will hand their deck to their opponent so that they can shuffle the deck. So each opponent will give their decks to each other so that they can shuffle them. So let me just do that real quick. I'm going to try and do it as fast as possible. But yeah, so I'm going to just... These are kind of hard to shuffle, but I'm going to try and be as fair as possible. So far, while you're waiting for me to shuffle, what card is your favorite so far out of the ones that you see on the screen? Is there a particular one you like? Which monster do you like more? If it's a different monster that's not on screen, let me know which one it is, because you might have seen the monster in another video, or maybe in some sort of picture or upload I've made at a different time. So yeah, I'd definitely like to hear what you think of the monsters so far. Okay, so this deck honestly might be a little crappy shuffled, this second one, but for sake of time, let's just get started. Okay, so I'm going to have my Esquelomago, Boomono, and Limono deck on the left, and my Beemona, Beastmono, and Beemono deck on the right. So, first things first, each character or each player will draw 8 cards. 4 cards. It's 4 cards. Right, so let me just make sure. It's 8. Sorry, it's 8 cards. Each player will have 8 cards that they will draw. Okay? So they will draw 8 cards. And 8 cards in your hand is the max amount of cards you can hold. Okay? So, yeah, so let me just do that for the other. Deck as well. Okay, so this player will go first. So in this case, all right. So one of the cards that I pulled from the deck right away is an evolution or a transformation card. So for Beemona, I'm going to transform her into a Beemonarca right off the bat because we already get stat gains and many other benefits. So first things first, I'm going to write down my cards and at least write down their HP. So Beastmono has 40 HP. Then we've got, now it's Beemonarca. Beemonarca. I'm writing all this down, by the way. With 42 HP. And then we've got Beemono with 33 HP. Okay. And their strength and stuff like that is on the card, so I'm not going to worry about that right now. So this is mostly just to kind of keep track of status effects and then also HP. Now I will do the same thing with the other cards, which will be Boomono. Boomono has HP of that 30. Then Esquelomago has HP of 43. And the last Limono has HP of 35. Okay, so those are the monsters and their HPs, so we can keep track of that. Okay, so I used Beemonarca's turn to Beemona's turn to transform. So she's transformed. Now she's a Beemonarca. Beastmono and Beemono. So looking at my hand, it looks like Beemono, all of the abilities I have are all for Beemona. I already used a turn for her to evolve, so I now cannot use any of her skills. It looks like I have a magic attack card. I've got a small Sherba card, so I don't need to heal at all. Magic attack is going to be useless at this point, but I also do have 2 physical attack cards. So I'm going to take advantage and use Beastmono to use a physical attack card, and then I'm going to have him attack. I'm going to go for the Esquelomago because he's a 2-star. This is a 2-star monster. So he's going to have stronger skill card abilities, usually more HP and more defense and stuff like that. So the good thing is, in terms of physical defense, he's got 0. In terms of magic defense, he's got 5 because wisdom is magic defense and resilience is physical defense. So I'm going to take advantage. Beastmono is going to hit him with 12 strength. So that is going to go. Esquelomago's HP will now go from 43 to 31. Okay, so there we go. That's Beastmono's attack. Now we're also going to have Beemono attack, right? And another thing, when you use a card, again, this is a consumable card. This card needs to go into the side, basically under your deck. And that pile, in Yu-Gi-Oh! It's called the graveyard. In this game, it's going to be called the spirit world. So these consumable cards, when you use them, will go into the spirit world pile. And so they can never be used again, basically. So Beemono also attacks Esquelomago. His strength is 9, so we will remove 9 from 31. which makes it, I believe, 22. So Esquelomago is now at 22 HP. And that is the end of these, the first deck's turn. So let's move on. There's nothing else we can do now. Let's move on to the next deck. And so now it's their turn to do something. So let's see what we got here. We got a physical attack card. We've got a magic attack card. We've got Boomono's got an ability card here, Spooky Wave, which has a hit chance of 6, so 100%. Confusion, it has the ability or chance to confuse the opponent, 3 out of 6. So that's a good card. I think we're going to be using that. Esquelomago has an ability card as well, a skill card here. And this is called Malice Strike. This is a really good skill. This skill hits 6/6, and it has a chance to reduce the wisdom of an opponent. So this will be useful for opponents that have some, magic defense, basically. And the other thing that's really good about this skill is the damage it deals is the user's intelligence. So Esquelomago has intelligence of 14 plus 10 more intelligence. So this attack does a total of 24 damage. So that is beautiful. And again, it would be a chance to have a -5 wisdom on the opponent or target. So right off the bat, I'm going to go ahead and use first Esquelomago's attack instead of Boomono's, because if we can get a -5 wisdom on, say, Beemonarca, because Beemonarca is the biggest threat in the opponent's cards. Also, she has a +5 magic defense, wisdom. So we definitely want to try and get that down to 0. And then after that, try and take her out or at least cripple her as much as possible. So let's go ahead and use Malice Strike on Beemonarca. So again, this is a 24 attack, So we will be removing 24 from 42. And because I'm a little dumb, I'm going to use a calculator real quick. So 42 minus 24 equals 18. So that did some beautiful amount of damage. So from 42, Beemonarca is now at 18. Okay? So I just changed that. All right. Besides that, like we said, the special effect is that we could potentially get her... Oh, wait, hold on. Sorry. It's 24 minus 5 because she has 5 wisdom. So in reality, it's going to be 19. So I lied. So let's add 5 to Beemonarca's HP now. So it's at 18. So she's actually at 23 HP. Okay. So that's how that works when they have actual defense. That's how that works. So now we will see if the special effect worked and we reduced her wisdom down to 0. So it's a 3 out of 6. So if it lands from 1 to 3, it works. If it's from 4 to 6, it does not work. So, okay. All right. So this means Beemonarca now has -5 wisdom. So let's go ahead and put that on the board. I'm going to put -5 wisdom, -5. So just to keep track of that, that's where I wrote that down. Okay? Simple. Beautiful. Also, this is going to be really good for this deck because Boomono is going to use Spooky Wave, which is an intelligence-based attack, right? Oh, I forgot to put Esquelomago's skill in the Spirit World pile. I'm going to do that right now. Okay, that is done. Boomono is going to use Spooky Wave. intelligence of the user is the damage that it deals. And now that Beemonarca's wisdom is at 0, it does the full amount of damage. So Boomono's intelligence is 7. Okay, so his intelligence is 7, so that means it's going to deal 7 damage. And again, we're going to roll the dice to see if it also confuses our friend here, Beemonarca. So first things first, let's reduce her HP by 7. So it is now at 23. So it'll now be down to, it was at 23 minus 7, so that would be, oh my gosh, my mind is going so blank right now. 23 minus 7 equals 16, so it's at 16. Okay, so it's at 16 now. Now, one thing I just literally thought about right now while I'm playing, which I think would be a really good idea, is these character profile cards, I think will be easier to have the opponent write down the opponent's information so that they can actually keep track of the HP. So either you can either keep track of your monsters and the opponent's monsters HP, or you could just keep track of the opponent's HP and stats and stuff like that, just so you feel more comfortable when you're facing somebody online, for example. So yeah. Okay, so I just want to throw it out there. Okay, so Beemonarca, now let's roll to see if she's also confused, because Spooky Wave can possibly cause confusion. So if it's a 1 out of 3, she gets confused. Oh, it's a 1. Holy crap. So man, this deck has some really good luck. Okay, so she is now confused. So I'm going to put a little confusion thing on her thing to note that she's confused. Or you can just write that she's confused. I mean, there's not, whatever. She's confused. So if she's confused, what that means is basically the next time when it's her turn to move, whatever she does, no matter what it is, if I want to use an item or an attack or a skill for her specifically, I need to roll the dice. If it's a 1 out of 3, no, if it's an even number, then she hits, or she lands the attack, or she actually can use an item, whatever. If it's not, then she hits herself, I think by, by 5? No, by 10. So she would hit herself by 10 HP. So it'll deal some good damage. So yeah, so there's that. Okay, now let's move on to Limono. Limono still hasn't done anything yet from this hand. So I don't have any skill cards for Limono from that hand, but I do have an attack that I can do, and he is a physical attacker. He has no intelligence. Oh no, he has 2 intelligence. Just kidding. But he has 14 strength. So yeah, so we will definitely take advantage of that and use his strength and do a normal attack. So let's do a normal attack. We're going to take advantage and just attack Beemonarca, because now she goes down from 16 to 2. So Beemonarca is almost out of the equation here. So this is really good for that team. Okay, so that is the end of the turn. Now, in the first turn after the start of the game, the next player can actually draw a card. So I'm gonna draw a card, right? So bam, we drew a card. It was an attack card. So now we've got an attack card there. I might actually change it from drawing just 1 card to maybe 2 or 3, but we'll see. For now, let's just do 1. So, okay, so Beemona. Now she has, she's the only one with skills here. So this is going to be kind of tough. So first things first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have, let's see, Beemono. I'm going to use Beemono's turn to use a small Sherba, which does plus 10 HP, onto Beemonarca. Alright, because I don't want her to die. I don't want her to die. So I'm going to have him use small Sherba on Beemonarca, which increases her HP. I'm going to put this card in the Spirit World pile. Her HP will go up to 12. So bam, HP is back at 12. So this is good now because Beemonarca has some abilities she can use. So she can use, let's use, since she's got all her ability cards here, or her skill cards. So let's go ahead and use a normal Sanacol, which does a plus 30 HP on herself. But first things first, we need to make sure she can actually use it, and because she is confused. So even number makes it so that she can actually use the skill. Odd number means she gets hit. She hits herself because she's confused. All right. Okay, that's an odd number, so she got hit because she was confused. So now her HP goes back down to 2. So that was a poopy situation for this player. Literally gaga. Okay, so bam. So Beastmono is the only one that can move now. Oh, and because we tried to use this card, it did count, and this card now goes to the Spirit World pile. So there you go. Okay. Now it is Beastmono's turn to attack. We do have an attack card, so let's go ahead and use that. And we're going to attack the Esquelomago. And his HP, because Beastmono has 12 attack, his HP goes from 22 down to 10. So Esquelomago is now down to 10 HP. Dunzo. Alright, now it's the other player's turn. So this is going to be, and before we move on to the next player, so one thing, at the end, so after the first turn, at the end of the turn, if for example, Beemonarca is confused, right? At the end of the turn, after, like for example, if she was poisoned, it would be after she gets reduced 5 HP, but if somebody has a negative status effect at the end of the turn before the next person starts, they would now roll the dice again to check to see if that status effect continues or if it's gone. So, on top of that, Beemonarca also has -5 wisdom. So we're going to be rolling twice. One, to see if she's still confused, and 2, to see if she still has -5 wisdom. So let's do that. So the first one will be to see if she's still confused or not. Even number, that means that she is not confused anymore. So we are not confused. She's not confused anymore. I'm going to remove the little confusion thing from her name. Okay. And the second one is to see if she still has -5 wisdom. So that is also an even number. Even numbers are good. So that means that she also got rid of her -5 wisdom. So we will go ahead and remove that as well from her name. Okay, so Beemonarca is good now. We moved everything. We've done everything we can here. Now it's the next player's turn. So next player's turn. Start at the start of the turn, draws a card. Oh, sorry, this is actually backwards. I'm going to draw from the pile now. Okay, we just got a magic attack card. So magic attack, that means we are okay. We got two magic attacks. We got two strong Sherbas. Damn, this team is solid right now. They've got healing items, magic attacks, and normal attacks. So this is what we're gonna do. Beemonarca's dead, like dead for sure. So let's use who's the hardest hitter here? Esquelomago's the hardest hitter with 14 intelligence. Second to that is Limono with 14 attack. So this is good. Beemonarca will die in one shot, but I also want to heal Esquelomago a little bit because he's down to 10 HP. So let's go ahead and use let's use Boomono's turn to use an item, the Strong Sherba, on Esquelomago. Strong Sherba recovers plus 20 HP. So Esquelomago now from 10 goes up to 30. Goes back up to 30 HP. Okay? So back up to 30 HP. Perfect. So now he used his turn and I discarded that card into the Spirit World pile. Now I'm going to have Limono attack Beemonarca because his intelligence, she's got intelligence defense, and I prefer to just knock her out yes or yes. So let's go ahead and do that. So Limono is going to use his attack card, bam, to attack Beemonarca, and Beemonarca is now dead. Bye-bye. She goes straight to the Spirit World. So on this board, we're just going to take out the HP and basically just put it at 0. Let's do that. Let's put it at 0 because there is a chance, there is an item that can revive her if one of the playable characters decide to do that. So, yeah. Okay, let's move on. So, the only person that we've got left that can move is Esquelomago. So let's go ahead and use a magic attack, which is a plus 14 intelligence-based attack. And let's get rid of... So basically, Beastmono is stronger. Let's get rid of Beastmono. So the magic attack will hit Beastmono, and that'll do 14 damage. So he's got 40 HP. Beastmono went down to 26 HP. Okay, bam. We are good there. So we're done with our turn, and that's it. There's nobody that's been affected by a status effect or anything, so now we just move on to this pile. Okay, so let's go ahead and draw a card. Oh wait, that's the... I was like, what the heck? That was the Beemona I just pulled. That was from the Spirit World pile. Okay, we just got an attack card. This is good. So, okay, this is where I think I'm going to have to change it up a little bit, because if we can only draw one card at a time, we're eventually going to run into an issue where somebody can't do something on this side. Especially in this case, because we've got two Beemona skill cards and then one attack. So, yeah. Let's see. How would I do it in this case? I don't know. Maybe we can discard these two cards. Let's say we can discard cards to draw more cards. Once per turn, maybe? Or one of the... I don't know. I'm gonna have to. Here we go. We ran into an issue. This is good. Yeah. Let's do this. Let's count it as a turn, using up a turn. So Beemono is going to use up a turn to discard a card to grab another card. And then we're going to use one attack, Beastmono's attack, to hit Esquelomago again for a 12 attack damage. So Esquelomago is now at from 30 down to 18. There we go. Okay, now it's the next people's turn to move and go ahead and draw a card. So they've got a card drawn. Magic-based attack. This is really good for this team. So let's go ahead and do this. So because we've got 2 magic attacks, well, 3 magic attacks and 1 strong Sherba, I'm going to use Limono to use the strong Sherba card, which heals plus 20. We're going to heal Esquelomago plus 20. Have him go up to 38 HP. Okay. And then we will use a magic attack from first Esquelomago to Beastmono, which does 14 intelligence-based damage. So that takes down Beastmono's HP from 26. I'm doing some calculations here. 26 minus 14 equals 12. So Beastmono is now down to 12 HP. Okay? Bam. And now I'm going to use Boomono to use a magic attack. And he does 7 intelligence-based damage to Beastmono, which takes him down from 12 to 5. Okay, so he's got 5 HP now. And we've used everyone's cards up. So there you go. Cool. Alright, now let's move on to this character's turn now. So, let's draw a card. Magic-based attack, which is kind of useless, to be honest. But that's how it is. And we'll sacrifice a skill card from Beemono is going to discard a card. And we'll grab a new card. And this is a physical attack, so this is good. And he's going to use an attack which will Beastmono will use his attack to attack. I'm going to attack Limono this time because I'm sick of Esquelomago getting his HP back. So I'm going to attack Limono for 12. And he's got 35 HP. So 35 minus 12 equals 23. So Limono now has 23 HP. Okay. And we have used everyone's turn up here. And now we move on to the next people. So we've only got 1 card in our hand right now. So this is not good. So in this case, I don't know what to do, I'll be honest. I'm going to say that if you have less than 4 cards, or if you have only 1 card and it's your turn, you can now draw 2 cards. Let's say that. Okay, a magic-based attack and an attack-based attack. Okay, this is kind of OP. So this is a little bit of a problem because, well, not necessarily for them, but for the other crew or team, because basically Beastmono is down to 5 HP. So let's use Boomono. We'll use his magic attack to Beastmono, which will take him out, which kills Beastmono. So Beastmono now has, instead of 5 HP, now has 0. So Beastmono is out of the equation and goes straight to the Spirit World pile. Beemono is the only survivor so far. Okay, now Boomono used his turn. Now we're going to use basically whoever. So Esquelomago is going to use Magic Attack, which is a 14 attack, onto Beemono, which goes from 33 HP down to 19. So Beemono now has 19 HP. And now Limono is going to use his physical attack to hit Beemono with a plus 14 strength. And so 19 minus 14 equals 5. So Beemono ended up with 5 HP. Also, I'm going to just call it right now and say you can actually quit if you want to. In this case, this trainer basically can just quit if they want to. But let's not give up, because if we pull a phoenix feather out of the pile, we might be able to turn things around. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, we pulled a strong Sherba card, which does not revive anyone, but we can at least get more HP back onto Beemono and basically stall or make this match longer. And for the sake of just testing things out, we're going to do that. So let's go ahead and use the strong Sherba card, which is a plus 20 HP onto Beemono. So he goes from 5 HP up to 25. And that was the end of that turn. So now it's the opposing team's turn. And we just drew an attack card. But because we have no more cards in our hand, we're going to draw 3 cards total. 1 for each monster. That's the rule I'm going to go with right now. If you have a better idea, definitely let me know down below. But that's what I'm going to go with now. So we drew an attack card, a Boomono Spooky Wave card. This is good. And a magic attack card. So let's go ahead and first use Boomono's Spooky Aura, Spooky Wave card, which does 7 damage. So Beemono is down from 25 to 18. So now is at 18. Plus, has the possibility to get confused. So let's roll the dice. 1 out of 3 means that he's confused. If it's a 4 out of 6, 4, 5, or 6, he is not. It's a 2, so that means he's confused. Okay, so this is good. So Beemono is now confused. So let me just add that little confusion insignia. Or again, you can just write confused and we'll go from there. So let's use a magic attack with Esquelomago onto Beemono, which goes from 18 HP down to 4 HP. And Limono uses his attack card, which does 14 damage, to Beemono, and that brings him down to 0. So, there you go. Beemono is out. And everyone has been knocked out on the this person's team. Okay, so there you go. All right. Okay. So this was the very first play testing episode. Yeah. So obviously there's a lot of stuff I already learned. And I'm going to have to kind of go back to the drawing board and kind of figure out how to better those situations. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought about this video, this sort of play test. Yeah, let me know what you think. And if you have any ideas for some of the things that you saw that maybe I can improve as well, let me know. But yeah, this was it for this playtest episode number 1. Again, let me know your thoughts. Let me know your favorite monster you've seen so far. Maybe any ideas you might have. If you like this game or not. What do you think about it? And yeah, we'll kind of go from there. So anyways, thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe. And yeah, we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.